This game lies to us. It lies like a turny button thing. You think the boss is finished, but it lies. It says Squaresoft right there on the packaging and even on the opening titles. But it lies. This is a Capcom game through and through. They just didn't have the wherewithal to publish the game in America, and so they farmed out said duties to a company who, truth be told, were kinda synonymous with the genre. But this is a Capcom game. Heck, just listen to the battle sounds lifted directly from Mega Man X. It lies to you, but it's an awesome game nonetheless. Remember what I said about any and every developer making RPGs back in the 16-bit era? Well, when Capcom tried it, truth be told, they hit it out of the park. You've got the light dragons and dark dragons going to war over some manipulative goddess who just wants to watch dragons fight over her, and as the hero of the light dragon family, you get turned to stone. That's right, Princess Sarah starts off by casting Break Ga on the village so she can go mano-a-mano with the jerk what's laying siege. Yeah, that works well in the first 5 minutes of the game. So, once freed, it's up to you to assemble your team of heroes, including a furry, a flighty healer, and a silver golem, and go put things right. For an early, we're talking 1993, RPG though, there's a lot at work here. Sure, you've got the usual technical limitations. Everyone's names have to fit in just 4 letters, item names are usually abbreviated to the point of incomprehensibility, and there isn't all that much animation to speak of. But Breath of Fire introduced some innovations that improved the genre as a whole, like stacking identical items in a single inventory slot, having different characters interact with environment objects in different ways, and dude turns into a dragon. It's a good game that gets its hooks in you early and feels exceptionally balanced throughout. I understand that the watchword for these kinds of games is often grind, but after hours of play, I've never had to farm EXP like I have in some of its contemporaries. Perhaps that's because the encounter rate itself is pretty alarmingly high, even though most battles can be slept through via the auto-battle function. Boss conflicts, on the other hand, task the player with a higher level of resource management and action economy, while still being entirely fair. If you can't find a Super NES copy, Breath of Fire and its sequel were remade for the Game Boy Advance in the early 2000s and might be easier to come upon. Just be sure to give Capcom their due credit.